Ashton Pittman, who's been doing just a ton of great work for the Mississippi Free Press. I think they've won some awards down there for some of their incredible reporting.
This is nuts.
This is a crazy story. It might honestly be better if we just go through that Twitter thread that I sent, just because it's a little more intuitive for people that are watching. But everyone check out this article in the Mississippi Free Press. Gulfport trans girl misses graduation after refusing to dress as a boy. So there was, in Mississippi, there's this trans girl who is about to graduate high school, and a Trump-appointed judge gave the green light to the school district to forbid her from even going to graduation unless she wore male attire. She's lived authentically as a girl all through high school with no issue until now. Ashton writes here.
See, they hate that even social transitioning. They'll hyperventilate about criminal butchers like Jordan Peterson, but that's just because they can't actually be against just straightforward things like this because it would show them as bigots.
Of course. And it's not like, well, you know, how are we denigrating women with this? Or how dangerous is it for women to have her up there getting her diploma? I mean, it's all just about enforcing a fundamentalist, patriarchal, worldview that everyone must subscribe to.
And I saw a quick clip of her on CNN with her mom speaking about this. Her mom, of course, supportive of it. I believe it was her mom. I don't want to be super definitive on that. It might have been like her lawyer or something, but it seems like her mom, saying that she had been fine, like her teachers, her classmates since freshman year. She's been socially transitioned since that period. On May 10th, LB, which is she's 17, so going by a pseudonym there or initials. LB's mother spoke with Superintendent Mitchell King, who told her that her trans daughter is, quote, still a boy, and that, quote, he needs to wear pants, socks, and shoes like a boy, or she could not participate in graduation, court documents say. You can see this demon here on the bottom, Superintendent Mitchell King. Let's keep going. So the school initiated this. Then it was challenged. In federal court, the ACLU argued that the school was violating Title IX, which prohibits discrimination under any education program or activity on the basis of sex, which I believe Biden expanded to include, if I'm not mistaken.
They basically put in...
discretionary.
They qualified a discretionary aspect of, I think, on sports. It had nothing to do with this, as far as I'm concerned.
But Title IX was the justification, right? I mean, either...
It was under the auspices of Title IX. It was meant to sequester certain things and protect the rest of Title IX.
Yeah, although there were some downsides where it's like they can still discriminate on a case-by-case basis, but that's beside the point. But Judge Taylor McNeil, who Trump appointed in December 2020, sided with the school. There is that Trump-appointed judge there being sworn in.
What is he, like 38?
Probably. It was detrimental to know that I won't, this is a quote from her, that I won't be able to experience my graduation in the way I'd envisioned it and planned it for so many years. I've been going to this school actively, being me with my teachers, my peers, the other students in my class, LB told CNN.
And accepted Mississippi.
Yep. Keep going. In court, the Harris County School District said LB and her mother had previously signed a form agreeing to abide by the graduation dress code. She identifies as a female, so we went by the female dress code, LB's mother, Samantha Brown, told CNN. I mean, dress codes in and of themselves, I'm sure, or whatever, they might be discriminatory in and of themselves. But this ruling casts shame and humiliation on a day that should be focused on joy and pride. All Mississippi students should have the right and autonomy to be who they are, not who judges and school officials think they should be. And just one more tweet. Scroll down to the next one. Yes, do support the Mississippi Free Press, but this is not just isolated. Local news in the area is reporting that the school prohibited another girl from graduation from walking at graduation for wearing pants. So this is a girl that's presumably cisgender who wanted to wear pants, who they tried to ban. Like,
well, they now have to do that as a way of trying to maintain
That's a
Just
good
the
point.
rules.
that their
That's a good point.
consistency. I mean, that's what they're trying to do there, and
Moronic.
and that's what's going on.
It just, like, how cruel does this have to be?
Yeah.
Truly. I mean, they already want to force trans people back into the closet to the point where they're going to have incredibly detrimental mental health issues because of it, not being able to be who they are. But to not let a girl walk in her high school graduation because
After going through that high school, socially transitioned.
as a girl, and the judge siding with them. I mean, it really is.
Yep.
Like, what else can we say here? But we're going to see more of these stories all across the country. And an example, as Matt said, she was accepted by her classmates and teachers. I'm sure there were issues, but largely in terms of her social transition, she says accepted by the people around her as a girl for that entire period. So it's not about, what op-ed writers want to say, like the middle of the country.
People are resisting against this.
Yeah, we have to pander to them by being somewhat anti-trans and pump the brakes on this. No, it is the powers that be. It is the far-right Christian lobby in this country and the Republican officials exploiting the hatred for their electoral benefit. That's the ones that we need to be focused on defeating, not capitulating to this, because regular people on a case-by-case basis are much more kind than is being portrayed, and the ones that aren't don't need to be pandered to. They need to be defeated and neutered politically.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it is incredibly revealing in that way, as to this not about being about surgery or about the safety of people. It is, they want to extinguish any challenge whatsoever. Well, I mean, look, the fundamentalists have their perspective on this, and they want to challenge any type of deviation from their fundamentalist vision of what the patriarchy should involve. But they also know that this element of those things, they can't say women should be back into the kitchen anymore. Not loudly. They'll get there. They'll try. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen the progression of where they've gotten in terms of where they racism and where they've progressed in terms of transgenderism. But this is what they are finding really motivates their people. And so they do it.